What's good, everybody? Remember 17 here, and today we're going to be showcasing Nate Diaz. He's a pretty solid 4-star fighter. Kicking arsenals is lacking, but I believe he has 5 perks. He's one of the few 4-stars that have 5 perks. So he has higher altitude, marathoner, carved wood, laser focus, and bulldog. Bulldog gives him +5 to his block. Laser focus +5 to his straight punches, essentially, and it's to his accuracy. Carved wood pretty much helps him be a zombie. Marathoner and higher altitude are 2 solid stamina perks, especially higher altitude in the later rounds. Striking stats, they don't look too pretty, but remember, the striking stats are like a baseline, and then the move levels are really important. So you really want to use your fighter to the best of their ability to their move set. So as you can see there, he has a 5-star snap jab, and that jab could be money against Chimaev. I know Chimaev has a pretty solid cross counter that might just knock Nate the fuck out. But let's say in an ideal situation, Chimaev doesn't fight like how he should. When the game plan, he has 10 losses, and Nate has 10 losses for a reason. You know? And there's a similarity you can find within all those losses. And just take away his boxing. But level 5 snap jab, the looping cross plays off extremely well with the snap jab. Lead hook, body jabs, body cross, lead body hook. Great, effective, simple tactics that can help you get the job done against a player that doesn't really have any other dynamic tools, which is why Diaz actually matches up pretty well against Chimaev in game. You just can't stay too long in the pocket against Chimaev if he's throwing up that level 4 rear uppercut, I'm sure. His clinch work is pretty solid. Worked well against McGregor. He smothered McGregor, was able to tire him out a bit in the clinch. Good strikes. I think he also did the same thing to Pettis, did the same thing with Cerrone, smothered him a bit to just keep landing punches to the body. He doesn't have a slam single. I forget what fight he did that at. I think he should also have a judo reversal, because he has a nice hip toss that he's hit before. Nate's good. Nate's a solid fighter. He has some good wins on his resume, has some losses probably shouldn't have. He fights everybody that people don't want to fight. He fought Jorge when some people didn't want to fight him. He fought Edwards, and now he's fighting Chimaev. I feel like the UFC's it's kind of fucked up. They could have made so many other fights. They could have done McGregor versus Diaz 3. It's tough, man. It's tough. The man just wants to get paid. But this is the last fight on his contract. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some quick fights ideally. And we'll see how much time we're going to have left for our ranked championships after we do a few quick fights. So without further ado, let's get the showcase going. And this time we're going to do it on my main account. See how much time we have left. 39 minutes. Jesus. Alright. I'm going to do one more quick fight and then take a little bit of time and then try to get at least one ranked fight in before we get screwed over and have to fight like midway for an hour. I'd rather just try to get a welterweight fight right away and get it done and over with. I feel like a lot of people, when they see me using my main account, they play a little bit weird. Like, dude, I'm not a demigod or anything. I'm a regular human being. Just play me as you would play. But hopefully we'll get a decent quick fight, and then we can go into ranked championships and have some fun. Everybody's loving Leon Edwards. Surprised not one person is choosing Chimaev. Not one guy. Granted, like the first, I ran to a Connor, trash. He was straight trash. He just started like going knee elbow, and I just like sidestepped it and KO'd him with a hook. And I ran to a Charles that started doing the same thing down in a lightweight when I tried doing a lightweight fight. So you guys probably won't see those fights. I think I'll just stick to the one I just had, and then see how this fight goes. All right, touch. Nobody wants to touch my glove. What did I do to y'all? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take a back. Let me chill. I want to see what this guy wants to do, because I want to see if I can put on an educational segment here. You can tell a lot about a person's offense based on what they're throwing at your guard. Okay. So he's been starting a lot of things with the double jab. And is he paying attention to my head off, or is he paying attention to my block? He's paying attention to my block, right? So he's going 1-1-2. Then he's throwing an uppercut to try to discourage me from ducking. He's throwing that spinning elbow to stop me from trying to slip the double jab. And if I get too antsy, it's gonna do some damage. You can see the head movement stats really affecting the accuracy. Not against, like in a negative way. I mean, like I can't, Nate does not dodge as well with his head. Which is an interesting thing to note. Rocked him there. Yeah, that was very easy. See, this is what I call... See how he keeps doing the same thing over and over again? This is what I call running your head into a brick wall. Not a brick wall. Maybe just a regular... well, maybe a regular plastic wall, right? And you're just going to keep... Instead of, like, you know, using a sledgehammer... Or maybe using a more efficient tool to get the job done... You're just going to keep running at this wall until what you do works. Now, sure, you might get that wall down. You might break the wall. But you wasted so much fucking time doing it. I'm not concerned at all about my head health. At all. Because look, every single time he does his sequence, he just backs up. He allows me to recover. And he's just allowing for like that short-term gain. The short-term gain to happen. But his strategy is, it is a viable strategy. Like, there's actually nothing wrong with this strategy. I'll actually say that if he had more mix-ups and more threats, it'd work a lot better. So for this guy, Mr. Love Drew, gotta throw in a little bit more mix-ups into your game. Because I don't even have to go to the body. It's just, I can just literally win this war just attacking the head the entire time. And the Bulldog is coming in clutch. It's always a jab, jab, a rear hook, a rear uppercut, spinning elbow. That's it. Caught him off the reset. Tries to go for the uppercut, that's expected. Stockton, Kraus. Brings him down. God damn. Just like that, we just split his timing. But his strategy was not bad. There's different ways to work the guard in this game. There's the regular aggressive way that a lot of players are already familiar with. There's the other way, you know, there's like the short-term way you can do it on the ground. And there's like the gradual way. So the strategy in itself, it's a good strategy if you go against somebody who isn't too disciplined on the ground or whatnot, or on the feet, right? That's what I have to say. But you have to have a little bit more offense to kind of force your opponent to overthink and have the strategy work. Alright, now you're gonna get your wish. I'm gonna do a ranked fight on my main account. Going with Nate Diaz. Oh, he went by Chimaev. He went by Chimaev. Yes, he's going Chimaev. Perfect. He has that purple thingy. What is that purple thing? Can y'all, the guys that actually play ranked consistently, can y'all tell me what that means? That's just like a prestige or something like that, right? Nate Diaz. And it's a cool Division 20 player. Bro, this is the guy, if I'm not mistaken. Bro, that's hilarious. This is the guy from the Zabit Rage video that happened like 4 years ago, back when I had a terrible audio setup. What's up, dude? Yeah, if y'all never watched the Rage video that Marshall Mind uploaded, this guy was the guy I was fighting. He was the one using the beat, doing all the trips and whatnot. But let's stay focused. Okay. Remember I was saying in that quick fight, working the guard can tell you a lot. And Nate does not have a crazy kicking arsenal outside of body teeps, and I don't want to get caught doing anything stupid. Okay? Stupid body hook, body hook. Okay. So if you notice, I'm not going to put myself up against the cage. It's not good to me to play on the outside, especially with somebody like Nate. His footwork isn't the best too going forward. You just got to be real smart. And this is what generally tends to happen when I play on my main account. Guys are a lot more, instead of kind of letting themselves just do things, they're a lot more passive and just waiting for me to make the first mistake, because I tend to open up first in my opponents. Why? Because I get bored. Okay, so I can tell you right now, this guy probably has no intention of grappling. Which, if you're Nate Diaz and Chimaev has no intention of grappling you, that's a really big plus. Because if you can test his ego and then force him to take some shots, the shots don't have to be hard. They just have to constantly ding you. And anybody who's ever sparred before, even when you go against a guy that doesn't hit super fucking hard, the shots still land. And that would be an ideal situation. Yeah, this guy, he's backing up, then he's resetting to his right, then he resets to his left. Right, he's going to back up and resets to his left again, and then that's when he decides to enter. So instead of going front and back and forward, he's actually alternating when he goes from his left into his right, which is cool by me. My jab is the snap jab is giving him fits because he's overreacting to the jab, and he's not confident enough to open up his full offense on me, which is expected. That's why I tend to shine. But this is simple. This is how we can work with Nate. If you're fighting with somebody who's playing on the back foot like this, you want to beat them in their interceptions, and don't give them anything that they can run away with, because if this guy drops me, he's not going to go forward. He's going to try to have me chase him to try to win the round back. Now, I could easily just clinch and judo throw him, but judo throw him, get him side saddled, and probably sub him and get him out of here, but that's not what we're here for, are we? Alright, just change the timing. There we go. Yeah, he's getting horribly outstruck. Ooh, right there. You see, that's the power. Now that's the power. That's the power disadvantage coming into play. That rear hook did some good damage. I had to get the fuck out of there. But, yeah, I figured. People ask me, like, why don't you look in between rounds between your fights? I'm like, I don't need to. I kind of know. I'm a pretty good judge of character when it comes to who won a round and whatnot. So if I get annoyed at a round being lost, you'll know. There. Because he's playing so passive. Like passive aggressive. Right there, rocked him. The body. Got Diaz swarm going. Ho ho! Yes! Right through the guard. I love that combination. I used it a lot in Vegas when I had anybody. Not too much. I used it when it was there. Excuse me. Because once you get the guard to overcommit to side guard, the cross just slips right through. And it's a tactic that Nate likes to do with the lead hook, with the stop and slap. Dude, are you there? Okay, I'm just going to get off him. Okay, he's there. He's there. Alright, so he's lost the round. Let's see if anything's going to change. This is for the guys who are at a lower level that watch my channel. This is why I say the divisions really truly do not matter. It's about concepts and how you deliver certain things. This guy, because he's not committing to much, he's not really doing anything to put himself back in the fight. So you see, everything he's doing is preemptive, with nothing to make me do what he wants me to do. Right, so now he's pressing. Now I see what he's doing. He's trying to press me. I'm gonna circle off to my left. I'm gonna plant here. I'm gonna circle off to the right. The entire game is just worked around the double jab, and then him trying to counter whatever my counter is gonna be off the double jab. Right there, got him. Circling cross, baby. Them angle strikes. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. What are you talking about? I don't use that enough. Ow, that hurt, but still. Notice I stepped to the outside of his lead leg while I was throwing the looping cross. And as he tried to go forward, it just dinged him. This is where the clock management is important. Got minute 30. We literally don't have to do anything. I could literally probably just stare at him on the other side of the octagon and he won't come forward. But that's fine. That's fine. See that? He's trying to fish for one hard counter. I be telling y'all. That's honestly not the way to fight against Nate either. Because if you're trying to fight Nate in real life and try to win off of one big counter, he's probably still going to be there. He's a very durable. It's an attribute that you shouldn't only rely on in fighting, but he is a very durable individual. And he does know how to stall out a little bit when he needs to take a break here and there. You got to gradually wear at Nate. And this is not a strategy that you'd want to do. Even against, not just Nate Diaz, but against most people. You got to be able to just gradually build. Choose when you want to pick it up a bit. Yeah, he's just waiting. He's just waiting for me to just do something stupid. And all that head movement is preemptive with no purpose. Look for a submission. Keep using your jiu-jitsu. I haven't used my jiu-jitsu at all in this fight. I've been straight throwing hands. I've been straight throwing hands this entire time. Get a nice little stamina boost. My brother. That was unnecessary. And because the jab is so... If a person doesn't have hard jab counters outside of the slip straight, the jab can work a lot of money. There's a lot of good anti-jab counters. The slip hook is a good one. The forward slipping uppercut like the dipping uppercut that I used against Suave Jamie when he reset and threw a forward moving jab and KO'd him in round 1. No, round 2 it was. That one's a good counter. What else is a good counter? Interception wise, you know, using the body uppercut. The overhand's also a good counter, but you gotta set it up a lot better than that. Whoo! Swarm. See if we can get some lateral body action. Throw some body hooks at an angle. Because I know he's going to be fishing for that uppercut. You see? Hack work. So all it is a simple 1-2. Granted, if he had somebody like, say, Anthony Pettis or Ferguson or Wonderboy or Burns, those guys have a little bit more kicks. So this actually, as I was probably saying a little bit, I might have said it earlier, but if you match these two in the game, the right game plan is what's going to win you the fight. And how much, of course, what patterns you know. Because when I use Chimaev hits like a fucking brick shit house. Oh, dude. What is this guy doing? He's doing his best Elias Theodorou impression. He's playing too safe. This is what I talk about. When you're fighting, right? And you're not throwing much offense yourself back. I think Henry Marshall Mine brought it up. Like, if you're playing on the back foot and you're going against somebody who's pressuring you, you need to throw. Usually the guy on the back foot is the guy throwing a lot to get his opponents off him. Rocked him one more time. And this is a battering. Can you imagine if Nate Diaz whooped Hamzat like this? Whoo! To the body one more time. Let's watch the short term. We're gonna use that lead hook and try to slip in another cross through. If the I will take a decision win. Oh, jab. Lead hook. Cross. Let's go! Got him out of there. Beautiful. That's perfect. That showcase could have not gone any more perfect. What went wrong for this Chimaev? Well, didn't try to grapple, but Nate is a freak off of his back with all the submissions that he has, and maybe he was smart not to do that, but wasn't doing enough with his boxing with Chimaev to do enough damage, significant damage to Nate. And when he was moving his head, I could tell that I'm gonna move my head, I'm gonna hope he throws a strike, and then I'm gonna hopefully land this counter. Like, I'm gonna fish for this super hard counter. And when you go against somebody who just constantly is interrupting your rhythm, interrupting your pace of play, really tough to go against. And the best of the best players, they pick up on these patterns and then they punish you for them, just like how the best fighters should. But that's going to be it for the showcase. Of course, comment what you like the most about the video. Hopefully, you guys have learned something from this showcase as well, as I like to educate y'all to the best of my ability and help the community get a little bit better. Romero 17, love all you. I'm out of here.